Hello everyone and welcome to Civic Platform. This is your host Zuher Almusre. Today I'm covering Winnipeg West Parkinson Support Group. What that mean, what that disease do for someone who had this Parkinson disease. So all this information we will have answer for it from this episode from Civic Platform.
Hello, Zuher. So happy you could meet with me today, and it was lovely to join me to bring some light into our cause that we were working on. My name is Sandra Mirecki, and I am a volunteer facilitator for Parkinson Canada. Parkinson Canada is a very, very large umbrella network all across Canada, and their sole purpose is to care for, keep in touch with people living with Parkinson's and their care partners, because the care partners are very much a part of the family. And what they do is they have regular meetings in just about every city and town in Canada. There is a series of webinars readily available, put through by Parkinson Canada, that we can watch and listen and learn from. Also very helpful. And they're always there to help, whether it's someone that's a facilitator or just an individual that's living with Parkinson's. Either one can contact Parkinson Canada. They'll be right with you, answer all your questions, direct you to where you need to go for your best chances of finding your answers. And it's just an excellent company. Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disease, which means it affects the brain. And there is no cure for it, but there are helps for it in different degrees. Usually it is noted, usually a person goes to their doctor with handshakes, which are not normal. Your hand trembles, and this is not normal. And that's one of the first signs of Parkinson's. That develops into what they call a frozen face, very expressionless. A very shuffly gait when walking, a very stiff posture, all those things as it progresses. And eventually, because the body is not picking up the brain signals, or the brain is not signaling to the body, there comes the inability to swallow, control body functions, all of those things. Usually, well, I would say almost always, the person living with Parkinson's is confined to a walker and later a wheelchair. And eventually, not in all cases, but in about 80% of the cases, it leads to dementia. And after that, it's basically palliative care to make the patient as comfortable as they possibly can be. And through this whole journey of theirs, neurologists do an excellent job in dealing with the body, the physical. But support groups are needed to care with the emotional, because there's so much of that going on. If you can imagine being diagnosed with a rather devastating disease. And most people like to talk about it. Where do you go? You contact a support group. And in the support group, it's very respectful, it's non-judgmental. Everything that is shared there stays there. So I find that people feel more comfortable expressing themselves there than they possibly would to family or friends. And that's really good. And the phrase that I hear most often from new members is, just when they first come in, is, I was feeling so alone. And you know, there are 100,000, more than 100,000 Parkinson cases in Canada. Many of them are here in this city. You just haven't met them yet. You know, so that by coming from a group and sharing experience of a same or similar journey can really be cleansing. There are many challenges along the journey in dealing with Parkinson's, living with Parkinson's. And it will start off with mobility issues, but usually family, spouse can help out with that, getting to appointments and all the rest. And as time progresses and the patient is less able to deal with himself physically with personal hygiene, etc., then quite often workers can come in and assist with this a couple of times a day, but there's a long wait list for that, a long wait. So the spouse and the friends have to deal with that, and they're equipped with love of the person, but not that equipped with what needs to be done, you know. And later on, when the patient is pretty much bedridden and can do nothing, then palliative care can come in, and their purpose is just to make the person feel as comfortable as possibly can, and just give them some nurturing and all the rest along the way. But there again, there's a long wait for that. And so many people die at home and with their spouse and I guess family, but with no help from the healthcare at all. It's just unfortunate. I understand the whole system is way overtaxed, and it is. And there's so many areas that need attention, but these two are definitely two that need attention, you know. Life is precious right to the end, so it should be dealt with. With Parkinson patients, as they go through their journey and they see and feel their lives slipping away from them, there is help needed to encourage them. Understood, the healthcare system is deplete of enough people to go around to help. But most Parkinson patients, if not all, I'm sure, have someone as a care partner. And if those care partners can be educated, not to become a doctor, not to become a nurse, but just to become a better care partner. What do we do with this? How do we do that? How do we put a catheter in? You know, things like that, just basic, simple training. And that can be for, like, I don't know how many people have Parkinson in Winnipeg, many. So it can be a group thing. It doesn't have to be a one-on-one education. But that would be the very best to make everybody's life easier, because even the care partner feels very helpless when they don't know what to do, how to do it, what is best. They love this person, you know. So some education on a minor level to those with Parkinson's and those caring for Parkinson patients would be really ideal as an intermeasure, basically. I think no one can fully understand this journey through Parkinson's disease as well as people that are also afflicted with it and their care partners. And this is why meeting in a group is so important, a support group, because, you know, like, there are so many people out there suffering with the same isolation and loneliness and thinking that they're all alone. But once you go into a group, there's a commonality there. And there's a mutual respect and a mutual caring for and a building up of a little community inside. And that's why it's so important just to find a support group. Go there. Some people feel, oh, it's intimidating to go. I've heard that. Well, you don't have to get up and speak. You can sit and listen. You can learn a lot from listening until you're ready to speak. But just be among those who share a journey. And that's the very best place that you can be. And you can also take that building strength and energy from that meeting, from both the Parkinson patient and the care partner, even though they're not necessarily connected, they can come separately. Just gives energy to the whole situation and gives you a little bit of hope and want you to carry on. And yes, we can do this. Yes, we can make this as good as possible. And that's kind of what the groups are for. And we always leave on a very positive note so that you can go saying, yes, I can. Yes, we can do this. In the future, I would just like to see, first of all, on a human level, for the public to be more accepting of people when they see their hands shaking, when they see them shuffling as they walk, and not thinking that they're drunk. You know, they are not drunk, they are ill. You know, I would really like to see more social acceptance of that, broadening the community of support. And I would also, I know there's a lot of research going on, and there are some breakthroughs being made. My hope in the next 5 years, which they're saying could be possible, there's a new major breakthrough that can help with this. But until that time, we do need more help from the healthcare professionals, or the ability to do better ourselves to support these people.
We reach the end of our episode. Thank you for watching. If you like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe, and wait for a new episode from Civic Platform.